Of the top 10 cryptocurrencies ranked by market cap, XRP has been the best performing in the last week. Ripple Labs also fights back against the SEC with the Amici Curie status replies. And we've got EU putting sanctions on Russia crypto-wise. And oh my gosh, the Celsius story just gets worse. How disgusting can it get? Well, it's the Machinsky family. It can get very disgusting. Let's leave this screen and go into this one and wait to hear the Celsius story. Extremely disgusting. I'm going to recap it all for you. Bad stuff. Heat map up on the screen right now. Bitcoin broke 20,072. Ethereum, honestly, everyone's still a laggard since the merge. No action happening with Ethereum. 1361, up only 2.67% in the last 24 hours. But now, yep, the Celsius news. All right, real quick, super fast recap. All right, so Celsius declares bankruptcy in June. Then we have Alex Machinsky, other leaders resigning. We have Alex Machinsky's wife who makes a t-shirt saying unbankrupt yourself. Total mess, but oh my gosh, does it get worse. It's come to light that former CEO Alex Machinsky, former CSO Daniel Leone, who resigned yesterday, and CTO Newt Goldstein withdrew $56 million in crypto just before Celsius went into bankruptcy, locking out over $17 billion worth of assets. The creditor list was listed at excess of 100,000 people. Yep, so 100,000 people are locked out of their funds. Well, these three took out $56 million, and they knew what was happening because reports have come out saying that Alex Machinsky took the reins himself financially for the company and knew all of the impending doom that was coming and said, screw it, let's steer the Titanic into the iceberg. According to an article earlier today on CoinDesk, the three executives withdrew the funds in the forms of Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and CEL tokens. And remember, CEL, that's the utility token that functions everything in their atmosphere. Those have recently been deemed as what, everyone? Yep, a commodity. Interesting. Former CEO Machinsky pulled out $10 million in May 2022. That is 1 month before the declared bankruptcy. Leone took out $7 million plus an additional $4 million at CEL at the same month. Goldstein withdrew around $13 million together with a further $7.8 million in CEL tokens. The most disgusting part about this story is Alex Machinsky and his team was all over Twitter saying, hey, support Celsius, buy CEL tokens. We're going to use CEL to pump up our network. We're going to be good. So they took all of your money after asking for your money to help bail them out. Disgusting people. But now we move on to some crypto sanctions. And again, I don't know about this one, everyone. Breaking: EU confirms blanket ban on all crypto and related services to Russians. The EU's European Council on Monday announced the 8th package of sanctions against Russia. The new package tightens existing prohibitions on all crypto assets by banning all crypto asset wallets, accounts, and custody services to citizens, individuals, and entities in Russia. It also bans other services including IT consulting, legal advisory, architecture, engineering services to the Russian government and entities. Now, let's talk about this really quick. So since this whole Russia-Ukraine thing, sanctions have been tossed around left and right, but here's the problem, and the article just described it perfectly. Those sanctions are against the people. So this is very similar to the Fed in the United States, right? The Fed in the United States jacks up rates. Why? To drive down demand from the people, right? They can't affect the businesses or government policy, so they attack the people with their policies. Now, sanctions, oddly enough, do the same thing, because remember, these sanctions affect everyone, the Russian citizens. So the Russian citizens that have nothing to do with the war now are getting completely screwed by EU sanctions. Here's the funny part. You know those rich oligarchs in Russia? They've got plenty of cash and assets that they can live off of. But everyday citizens out there are getting choked to death with sanctions, increasing prices, and damage done to their local currency. Do these sanctions really affect the people intended? Nope. They affect the people, which then in turn hopefully affects the government, who feels sympathy for them. Let's be honest here. Does the Russian government feel sympathy for any of its citizens? Nah, I don't think so. Does the US government and the Fed feel sympathy for its citizens when they raise their rates? No, they don't. Both of these governments, EU included here, does not do anything to solve the problem. They attacked people, hoping that the attack on people with sanctions will be enough to convince higher ups, yep, that hey, your people are suffering, you need to do better. Sorry guys, it's not how it works in the United States and Russia. Complete miss here with the sanctions. So from sanctions to SEC, one shithole to the next. All right, SEC wants to keep amicus curiae out of XRP lawsuit. Ripple replies, all right, so Ripple Labs got two people to step up for them. They are iRemit and TapJets. Now, both of these companies said, hey, look, XRP is extremely vital to our business model. And no, we don't use XRP as an investment mechanism. We're using it as a payment usage mechanism. Now, the SEC came out and said, hey, wait a minute. No. We don't want these two allowed. Ripple fired back and said, hey, guess what? We have filed an opposition. Here we go. Attorney James Fallon mentioned that the defendants have slammed the commission in their filing. Ripple wrote that if the SEC cannot evaluate the accuracy of its claims, then it has no business bringing this litigation in the first place. And I could completely agree with it. Now, the good news is that recently, over the last few weeks, we've had some banging action regarding XRP, especially on the court case end of it. And what has that done, everyone? Well, XRP demonstrates the strongest weekly performance among the top cryptocurrencies. Yep, amongst the top 10, they gained the most. Specifically, XRP was showing the largest weekly gains of 12.74% among the top cryptocurrencies by market cap. So XRP starting to separate itself from the pack. So we got the gross Celsius story where they asked you for your money to help bail them out. And what did they do? Well, they took your money a month before locking you out of your funds and declaring bankruptcy for the company. And we also have sanctions. Yep, let's place sanctions on people, hoping that the choking and the pressure put on people is gonna be enough to tug at the heartstrings of the governments that really don't care about them in the first place. United States and Russia, anyone? Yep, that's exactly how these sanctions work. And that's exactly how the Fed's rate hike works. It does not solve the government supply chain problems. It does not solve government regulations. All it does is crush the consumer. Well, and that's not a good thing. And we also have Ripple Labs XRP. Yep. Fighting back against the SEC's opposition. Yep, the SEC is going to do an opposition at every chance they get. But Team XRP fighting back, saying, hey, these two companies, yep, they are needed. They need XRP for payments, especially the Jet one, right? How cool is that, right? You go from country to country. You don't have to worry about on or off ramping money. You just got to pay with your XRP, baby. As stuff breaks, I will continue to keep you informed. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Thank you again for watching. And if you want to check out more cool crypto Web3 stuff, this video right here. Take care, everyone.